Mr. and Mrs. Hartley were wandering around like they were the bosses of the fete, as usual, and everyone was shaking their heads and saying how lovely it was, and I wanted to say it was fucking shit. Imagine, Mum, if I'd gone up to them and said that. There was nothing to do, really. Just boring stalls and food. I wanted to buy a cake, and I joined the queue, but then everyone said I should go to the front, and it was proper embarrassing. So I just left, because I couldn't be bothered with them all looking at me and saying they were sorry and all of that. I did go to the bookstall, because Mr. Womble, remember how you used to call him that, was the only one who didn't look at me with stupid sheep eyes. He was too busy with his pipe, and his face was all red, and he was wearing this massive jumper, and he smelled of burned paper. His hair still grows out of his ears and nose too, in those great big clumps. I bought a new Just William, which he said I could have for 5p because the cover was all hanging off. It was William the Fourth, which I've not got yet. I just went home after that. Dad sent me out after tea to play with my mates because he had stuff to do. But he didn't know I had William the Fourth in my back pocket, so I went to the secret place to read it. I saw the new lad on the way. He was walking over from Stother's Rec, where they all play football. I bet he's just like all the rest of them round here, a right wazzock. No one saw where I went. I was smart. Went one way, then doubled back on myself up through the dip in the top field and along the ditch. No one was there. They were all playing football. It was peaceful. It's always peaceful there, Mum. And I sat in the shade and read Just William, and I cried a bit, Mum. But only a little bit. And only because I remembered when you used to read Just William to me. When I read it, I heard it in your voice. I'm going to start taking a cushion with me. But what if someone stops me and says, "What are you doing?" I'll say, "I'm taking my cushion for a walk, thank you very much." That's the sort of thing you would say, and you would laugh, and you would have said, "That showed the old fuddy-duddies." Remember when you told me Richmond Crompton was actually a woman, and I didn't believe you? I didn't think a lady could write stories like Just William, and you said no one else did either, and no one would have read it back then if she hadn't changed her name to sound like a man. You told me I need to always look out for that sort of unfairness in the world, because it's still here, you said. It's still everywhere. I waited until I'd stopped crying before I went home, but it was dark by then, and I was worried that Dad would go mad, but he was snoring on the sofa when I got in. So I read just one more William story, and I remembered that time we made licorice water, and I pretended to like it, and Dad said, "What's this pond water doing in the fridge?" And we couldn't stop laughing. I thought I'd write this just before I go to sleep. School tomorrow. Worse luck. Good night, Mum. Kiss, kiss.
Missing Persons UK. www.missingpersonsteam.uk. Usselthwaite, England, North Yorks Police. View sensitive images. Gender, male. Age range, 30 to 50. Ethnicity, white European. Height, 175 centimetres, 5 foot 8 inches. Build, medium. Body or remains, body. Circumstances. Deceased male found within cave area of Usselbank Kilns, Usselthwaite. Hair, brown. Facial hair, beard. Distinguishing features, tattoo, unspecified, left arm. Image, Celtic cross. Tattoo, unspecified, left forearm. Image, unspecified tribal design. Possessions, none.
The demonic duo have served their